Today I'm going to be doing some videos of some pack openings and things like that. I have been down to a pitch black pre-release event already, and I recorded the video of opening this one up. However, I had a few issues with recording and it being my first event, so the video for that isn't perfect and the audio is far from great. However, I did get the Bastiodon deck in that one, so there's that to look forward to. I did lose all 4 of my games on that event, unfortunately, but it was a good first experience at least. And then for participating, I also picked up 2 of these pitch black packs as a participation prize for staying till the end, and I bought myself one of these Chaos Rising build and battle decks so that I can have a bit more variety when building decks. And tomorrow I'll be going to another pitch black pre-release event to try and get a bit more play experience while those are happening. I've got the recordings for the Chaos Rising pack opening already, and I've got the recording for this event, obviously. I didn't record the games. I don't know if I'll be doing that yet, but I will be opening these packs and this box as well, and probably include the video of the second Pitch Black pre-release event in this video as well, at least the pack opening portion of it. Today I'm opening up a pack of Chaos Rising. Fancy, Beldum, Kakuna, Fluffy, Skuntank, Meowstick, Emma, Ampharos Reverse Hollow, Marink Reverse Hollow, and an Emma Full Art. And Fire Energy. There's the code card. And there's the Emma. Oh, today I'm going to be doing the Pitch Black Build and Battle pre-release. 4 of the packs, 1 with each of the artworks. So going with the Bastiodon first pack. How have I managed this? There we go. Purple code card. Primate. Trumbake. Robin. Centurus. Fossil Quarry. True Cannon. Tremendous Bomb. Wallaby. Reverse 2 Cannon. Reverse Shadow Energy. And the basic energy. Next we have pack number 2. The Lucario code card. We have Brienne, Cranidos, Volibee, Litwick, Vikavolt, Gladian's Final Battle, another 2 cannon, reverse hollow Palafin, reverse hollow Charger Bug, and a reverse Armorage, Fire Energy, and the code card. Oops. We'll do, okay, this one for pack number 3. And now we have the Blastoise. Whoops. Blastoise. Ooh, Tropius. Bombardier. Nickit. Shuppet. Banette. Malamar. Rust Syndicate. Reverse Primarina. Reverse Inkay. A Wailord EX. And a Leaf Energy. There's the code card. And the final pack. I believe that makes all of the code cards. And we have a Skamori, Popplio, Skull Fossil, Drillbur, Slowbro, Misty's Vitality, Manectrike, Misty's Vitality Reverse, Fossil Quarry Reverse, and a Gwyn. And the Lightning Energy, there's the code card. Got another 4. Those are the 2 hits. And the packs. Moving on from those terrible audio scenes, we are back here and I've got these 2 packs to open up next. So we will move straight on into that. The 2 pitch black packs here. Go ahead and open these ones up. We have a Finizen, a Mankey, a Yukamori, sorry, a Type Null, a Mabostiff, Sinistra, Rusty Syndicate Grunt, Relicanth, Picky Peck. I could have done with that one at the event. That's in reverse. A Skamori in reverse to go with the other Skamoris I've got. Ooh. And an Armorage in the Black Star with a Leaf Energy, and there's the code card for anyone who needs those. And on to the last of the prize packs that I got, or the pitch black participation packs. And slide those out. We have the Shuppet, Grobin, Popplio, Mandibuzz, Manectric, there we go, that's more a generation I recognize. Banette, amazing artwork on that one. Tremendous Bomb, a reverse of the Rust Syndicate Grunt, sorry. A reverse of the Primate, and a Black Star Bastiodon. There we go, with the Psychic Energy and the code card there for anyone who needs it. I feel like there's a lot of these steel types from this core that are showing up, but at least they'll come in useful, I suppose. To recap what we got in those two boxes, we got the reverse holo Skamori, Pick-a-Peck, Rusty Syndicate Grunt, and the Primate. We also got the Yukamori of the Mankey, so we can evolve that one now. And then for the two Black Star rares, we got the Armorage and Bastiodon, so that'll go nicely with the deck that I got as well. And then we'll move on to the Chaos Rising booster box. I'll just cut that one open now. I have that one cut open now, so we can get into that now. There we go. So inside this box we have the information sheet. This is all the stuff that I tried to record at the opening, but it didn't quite show up. And that has your complete master set of all the different Pokemon for the pack. And then you get... I got Ampharos this time. I will cut that one open and we'll have a look through the cards for that one shortly. And you get the 4 packs. So we get all of the different pack arts. Alright, so I've got that one cut open now. And we've got the code card there if anyone needs it. And obviously you've got the Ampharos promo with the Chaos Rising stamp. Put that one at the back here. And then you get some trainer tips about the deck. I'll read those ones after. And then we get a Judge, a Basic Energy, Emolga, Ampharos, yeah, Flaffy, another Basic Energy, Mareep, obviously, the Surfer. Switch your active Pokemon with one from your benched Pokemon. If you do, draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Lily's Determination. I've been using that one. That's a good card. Canary. Basic Lightning Energy. Another Mareep. Another Energy. A Buddy Poffin. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto your bench and then shuffle your deck. The Pokepad, I was playing with that one as well. Another of the Emolga. The Basic Energy. Another Ampharos. Another Pokepad. Basic Energy. Ultra Ball. Fluffy. Basic Energy. Rare Candy. Dawn. Search your deck for basic Pokemon, a stage 1 Pokemon and a stage 2 Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That'll be very useful. Basic Energy, Lily's Determination, Another judge. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck and draws 4 cards. Another Mareep. Another energy. Another Dawn, that's good. Another energy. Another Mareep. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Fluffy. Basic energy. Emolga. Pokepad. And another Buddy Puffin to finish things off with that deck. And I'll get into the packs next. Lastly, let's get into these Chaos Rising booster packs. The artwork on these is pretty cool. Let's see what we get inside. Pikachu on the code card. And we have a Sligo, a Vulpix, a Chespin, another Mareep, a Sudowoodo, a Roxy's Performance, a Delibird, a Her in reverse holo. That is very nice. A special red card in reverse holo. Ooh, a Beedrill EX. Fantastic. And a Leaf Energy to go with that. How good. There is the code card. I'll quickly grab a sleeve for that one. And that one can go at the back there. And the next pack. Pikachu on the back again. We've got a Zubat, a Weedle, a Braixen, a Furky, Avalugg, Sudowoodo, Delibird again. Ooh, a reverse holo Esper. And a reverse Delphox. Fantastic, almost got the full evolution line. And Xerneas. Ooh, more legendaries. And that is with a metal energy. That will come in very useful. The code card there as well if you need it. And this time we'll just jump straight back into the next pack. These ones all seem to have the Pikachu on them. Forest Seed, Watchdog, Vanpy, Carnivine, Deoxys, ooh, another Emma, Garbodor, ooh, reverse Claydol, and reverse Holo Weedle, and a nitro fire energy, and a basic dark energy. And there's the code card if you need it. And last pack magic maybe for this Chaos Rising opening. Let's see what we can get. Can we beat the Beedrill? Fennekin! I believe that means we have the full evolution line now. Baltoy. Fantastic. Metang. Fantastic. I've got the Beldum from earlier. Emolga. That'll be useful for building out the 60 card deck. That's the fourth one of those. Another of the special red card. Another Claydol. We can evolve that one. A Gilosopod. And a reverse Skuntank. I'll just and a Quillfish. Reverse Holo. And what's it gonna be? Keldeo. Oops. The fire energy. And the code card there if you need it. I will quickly sleeve those up and I will show you what we got as a reminder. All those are sleeved up, and as you can see we got the full evolution line of these ones here to start off. And then that's obviously the first reverse holo that we got. Well, not the first, but the first in the recap. Then we got a Ho-Ho, a Claydol, a Weedle, an Esper, a Quillfish, a Skuntank, and a special red card. In the reverses, in the Black Star promos, there is the Nitro Fire Energy, the Exonius and Caladium, and then obviously we have the Beedrill EX was our best hit with the pattern on it. And all of these other cards that I can learn to play with. And another deck core. And a few cards that I can add into this to bring it up to 60 eventually. Everything's all sleeved up, nice and protected for now. Just in palms off penny sleeves at the moment, but we can work on getting some proper sleeves over time. Next time you see me, I will be opening up the next of the Pitch Black pre-release events. So I'll see you there with probably some more awful audio to finish things out. Opening the Pitch Black box. Info sheet. Hey, Maridon. Four packs. Grubbin, Mundabuzz, Jinx, Drillbur, Misty's Vitality, Manectric, Palafin, Finn is in reverse, Centrusk reverse, Silvally, and Electric Energy. That's the code. Pack number 2.
Well, now I do have that one.
Finizen, Null, Grubbin, Drillbur, Rusty Syndicate Grunt, Two Cannon, Vicavolt, Miraidon, reverse, Primate reverse, and a Shadow Energy. Strain. Fire Energy and Code Card. Pack number 3. Lucario, Chakra, Bombardier, Fomantis, Inkay, Deagle, Bennett, Jet, Malma, reverse, Seeking reverse, ooh, Mega Chandelier, basic, and code card.
I think I have yeah, some of them. Find mine.
Yeah, Facebook people get that. I'll just put like
Poplar, Shieldon, Madbustiff, Slowpoke, Misty's Vitality, Palafin, Gladian's Final Battle, Reverse Null, Reverse Voltic Energy, and ooh, Megazord Aura.
Oh,
Good card.
that is my last one.
That is 2 incredible hits. Got these. Pack number 1. Another Grubbin, Mandibuzz, Jinx, Drillbur, Delmos, Gwyn, Slowbro, Reverse Null, Charger Bug, ooh, Koraidon, and an Energy. Pack number 2.
oh, you said you coconut? Oh, you keep it still? Yeah, nice. Shut up, bro.
Finizen, Armor Fossil, Null, Tropius,
What?
Sinistra, Tremendous Bomb, Relicanth, Lampinant, Reverse, Madbustiff, Reverse, Miraidon, Fire Energy,
You're not You're not
Did you pack anything from that one?
and the prize pack, Series
I
8.
just can't believe we got 2. I got 3 on Monday. Everyone got 3 in 1. It was insane.
Team Rocket's transceiver.
Just wasted. Like, no reaction.
Risky Ruin.
Where's your reaction though?
Ooh,
I don't
Ends
care.
Retro.
Give me something.
Rosary.
No, you already
Cynthia's Rosary.
Otherwise, I would have said yes.
And Top Snoller. Energy and Coca. So it's been a few days since getting back from that pre-release event, and in that time I've picked up another pack of Pitch Black, a blister of the Perfect Order, and 2 packs of the Perfect Order as well, so I can crack into those for the outro of this video. I'll also go through the contents of these 2 deck cores, so you can kind of see a bit of what's in those, and then we'll do a recap of all of the hits from all the different packs and product openings that we've done throughout the video. So first of all, obviously you get your tip sheet, and this one will be going through the Bastiodon, so it tells you a little bit here, pause if you want to have a read of that, about how to play the deck. And then at any point feel free to pause and read what the cards do. Obviously for the Bastion deck you get the promo with the stamp on it, and then you get 2 other standard copies of that card as well, just to support that. And then you get 2 of the Shieldon and 4 of the Antique Armor Fossil. I'll pull that like that. So you get those, so you got to get this item card out, and then this item card can be evolved into your Shieldon, and then you get this out onto your bench, and when it's on your bench you can't take any damage, which is absolutely amazing, at least from active attacks. And then you get your Skarmory. You get 4 copies of Skarmory, and this is kind of your front-facing attacker. You do have to discard basic energy for this one, which is a little bit annoying. Long time I would want to swap that out. You get your Stadium card. You get 3 copies of that one. And this just lets you search for some of your antique cards, which helps you pull out your fossil, antique armor fossil here. You get 1 copy of MC's Hike. You get a copy of Hilda. You get 2 copies of Felipe. You get a few copies of this Lily's Determination here. 3 copies of that one. You get 2 copies of Team Rocket's Petrel. And then you get an energy search here. Some rare candies. 2 of those. And 2 poker pads. So those are going to help you search for different Pokemon, different cards. If you need energies, if you need one of these other supporter or item cards, it can help you draw those. Rare candies can help you skip evolutions. So if you've got an armor fossil and you need to get to Bastiodon, you can use a rare candy to kind of jump that step if you can't find what you're looking for. And then you've got your magnetic energy. This one lets you retreat at no cost, and it counts as a metal energy. So you get 2 copies of that one, and then you get 8 copies of the metal energy there as well. So long term you may want to pick up a few extra copies of these. You probably definitely want to get some of these, and you'll want to booster up your items and supports when you're going towards your 60 card count. But that is what you get in the Bastiodon, and once again there's the tips for that. So that was quite fun to play through, and that is kind of, it's a ready to play deck. You basically, across all of these, you seem to get your main evolution, a supporting basic, and then some supports and items to help you out, and then some energies to get things moving. So the 40 cards is the basics of what you need to be able to build a deck, and enough to play with. So if you don't know what you're doing going into one of these pre-release events, it might be a good idea to just play with this as it comes for your first match. Between matches, you can always substitute in a card if you've pulled something that might work a bit better than what comes in the deck. Just bear in mind about what energies you've got available to you and things like that. And we'll go on to the next one. Next up, we do have the Miraidon, again with the promo stamp. Obviously, the Bastiodon deck I didn't do so great. I lost all 4 of my matches, whereas with this Miraidon deck, I did get a bit more lucky. It was my second event, so I knew a bit more about the turn orders and everything like that. I felt a bit more comfortable, and I did manage to win my last 2 of 3 games. I lost my first one, but that's how it goes. I'm surprised I got any wins, to be honest with you. But there's the trainer tips, so once again, feel free to read that if you need to. And we'll get straight into this Miraidon deck that was quite fun. Obviously, you get your promo with the stamp. You get 1 copy of that one, and then once again you get your evolutions. So in this one, extra copies. So in this one, Miraidon is your basic, and you get 4 copies of that. 1 with the stamp and 4 in just normal, uncommon. And then you start on the evolution line for supporting this card, I suppose. So the first one in the line is the Grubbin. It's a little bit disconcerting at first, going from an electric deck into grass, but it doesn't really matter too much because this one is a normal type energy, so any can be used with this. You get 4 of those ones. So that's your basic that you need to start off with. You need to get that one out on the bench. And then you've got that evolves into the Charger Bug. You do actually get 3 copies of this one, so it's a little bit more easy to get the middle evolution than the Bastiodon. And as you can see, straight into all of the electrics. And then that evolves into this one, which ended up being very heavy hitting. This Pokemon has no Voltaic energy attached. This attack does nothing, but if you have your Voltaic special energy, it does 260, and these energies do increase your damage as well. I'll show you that one later. And it's quite easy to do your just basic attack, just because it's only 1 energy cost. And you get 3 copies of that one. So those are your 2 kind of hitters that you get, I suppose, the 2 kind of things you're aiming to get out on the bench. And then to help you with that, you've got the Hilda. You've got 4 copies of Hilda, I do apologize. 4 copies of the Hilda, 2 copies of the Lily's Determination, 1 copy of the MC's Height, Brock's Scouting you end up with your 2 copies of, and then we've got Ultra Ball, 2 copies of Ultra Ball, Rare Candy once again, very useful card. Then you've got the Poker Pad and the special energy I was talking about. So this obviously counts as a lightning type energy, but then any Pokemon, any attack used by the Pokemon, electric type Pokemon this is attached to, do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weaknesses and resistances. So if you're doing 260 damage plus 20 at base, that gets you up to 280, and then the more copies of that you attach, the more damage you can do. So I did end up getting to 320 damage at my highest on the 4th match. And you get 4 copies of this one. During the pre-release, you are allowed to substitute in extra copies if you pull them. So you could run 5 or 6, but in standard you are limited to 4 copies of a card. So you get 4 copies of those, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 copies of the basic lightning energy with that one as well, to make up the 40 total cards. Each of these will always be 40 card core, and you will play matches at 40 cards with 4 prize cards. Awesome. And we'll get into the packs next, and then we'll do a summary of all of our pulls. So now we're gonna get into opening all of these ones up. I think I will start with the 2 packs of the perfect order. And we'll see what we get in these, see if we have any luck. I like how I don't have to fight these packs to open. We'll start with the code card. There you go. Salandit, Scatterbug, Snorlax, Esper, Tortanator, Shaman, Lumoy's Galette, a reverse of the Aurorus, a reverse of the Crushing Hammer, and a Holofoil Superior. Ooh. And a Fire Energy to go with that one. Fantastic. We'll jump into the next perfect order. We'll save the pitch black one for last, I think. Ooh. I try and compliment them and they fight me. Get you out of the way. And the code card there. Ooh. And, ooh, Ghastly. Crushing Hammer again. Salandit again. Scatterbug again. Pokepad. Got a few of those. Turtonator again. Shaman again. Hello. Ooh, a reverse energy search. They're useful. I'll definitely be using that one. Ooh, and a reverse of the Rocky energy. Again, very useful if I want to do the deck. Ooh. Hey, a Holofoil Gengar. That's what we like. And a metal energy. Once again, useful for building out that metal deck. Let's get that one sleeved up. Gengar can sit back there. Now, how do we get into these ones? Get rid of that one. We have the perfect order pack again. Last one of these. Can we get some last pack magic for the perfect order before we go into the final pitch black? Can we even get into the final perfect order? There we go. Get that out of the way. And the code card there. Salandit. Fletchling. Finally some different cards. Scatterbug. Spoke too soon. Haunter. Finally got the full evolution line. And a Shaman in every pack. Lumoy's Galette again. Ooh, Luxio. That will come in useful. Tarragon in reverse. Again, great for that Exadrill deck. Oh. There we go, the Spupa. That is incredible. Gold star down there. And another Aurorus with the leaf energy. Let's get this one in a sleeve. Pop that one in there. Oops. And last pack, can we keep this magic going? This is the pitch black pack I bought. Everything here was paid for by me, no sponsors or anything. And I do like these nicer code cards. There we go. And we'll jump straight into this one with a null. Tropius. Goldeen. We have seen most of these cards. Nicket. Tremendous Bomb. Relicanth. Manectric. Manectric Reverse. Amazing. Brion in reverse. And a Rusty Syndicate Grunt full art. Incredible luck. Sorry about knocking the camera there. And a Dark Energy. Oh, that one. Oh, if I can find it. There we go. So I would say the best pulls have been these ones. Incredible luck there, and amazing luck here. And obviously we can't complain about any of these other hits either. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much. We're finally at the recap. Obviously this is going to be a bit of a bigger video just because it's 2 pre-release events and me getting into the current rotation of Pokemon. I do have quite a number of cards that are in the Unlimited at the moment, as well as quite a few Yu-Gi-Oh! In the up and coming videos, we're going to go into exploring my first time looking at the Digimon cards, as well as having a bit more of a look at some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. But for now, we're going to outro this section on these cards that we've pulled. So we'll start with the perfect order and the reverse hollows. So we got an Aurorus, we got a Rocky Energy, we got an Energy Search, we got a Crushing Hammer, we got a Tarragon, and that was our reverses. Oops. And then a little bit higher tier, we got obviously the Spupa illustration. That's amazing with the gold star. Absolutely incredible artwork on that one. Really happy to get that card. We got obviously the Aurorus holofoil, the Gengar, and the Superior in holofoil. If you need to read those, feel free to give the video a pause, obviously. I'll leave that one on the front there. Next we will go into the Chaos Rising reverse hollows. So we got the Ho-Oh, the Delphox, the Mareep, the Ampharos, Esper, Quillfish, Skuntank, Weedle, Claydol, and the special red card. Those are our Chaos Rising reverses. And the higher rarity on those ones, we got an Emma, the Beedrill EX, Xerneas, Caldeo, and the Nitro Energy. Pretty happy with the Chaos Rising pulls as well. Next we will look at returning to the Season 8 prize pack that I managed to get my hands on. So we got the Cynthia's Roserade. I love that these ones have the play stamp. I'm looking forward to going to more locals and trying to get a few more of these cards. We got the Hops Snorlax, Ends Reshiram, Risky Ruins, Team Rocket's Transceiver, and obviously the stamped Basic Energy. I will put the Hops Snorlax at the front now. And finally we will go into, well, Pitch Black. Second to last we'll go over the reverses. We got the Inkay, the Malamar, Vullaby, Mobastiff, Lampinet, Type Null twice, Pikipek, Toucannon, Skarmory, got the Primeape twice, Centiskorch, Manectric, Miraidon. We got two of the Charger Bugs, Seaking, Brione, Primarina, Finizen, Palafin, Misty's Vitality, Fossil Quarry, and the Rust Syndicate Grunt. I can never say that card right. And truly finally, we got the Mega Chandelure EX, the Gwyn, the Rust Syndicate Grunt, finally saying it right, the Mega Zeraora EX, the Wailord EX, the Bastiodon, Miraidon, two of the Armorage Holofoils, Silvally Holofoil, Koraidon Holofoil, Voltaic Energy, and two of the Shadowy Energy. So I'm very happy with these, and obviously everything that I've gotten has been put into the Palms Off penny sleeves, as well as picking up some game sleeves as well that are a bit better quality for my decks that I'm going to be using at tournaments. It's always good to keep your cards safe, as well as using the Palms Off binder, as you can see in the backdrop there. And once again, I'm not sponsored by anyone or anything. I have paid for everything featured in this video out of my own money. But if you want to see what happens next in this journey, what cards I continue to pull both across Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and whatever else this channel gets into in its journey, feel free to give me a like, a subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next video.